Hey, stop. I really hate the idea of fencing all this, but I might have to fence it. Because this chicken it won't take long. Look at it. Look at it. There goes the tomato. Chickens are amazing, but they're gonna eat all my tomatoes, all of them. So if I want to keep this experiment alive, I might have to fence this somehow. So these are my experimental tomatoes, and they're 100% in the water. The reason I decided to do this year, and I didn't get the idea from anybody, I just came up with it. I usually plant other kinds of plants, like garden plants, right, in the pond. Yeah, the garden plants look beautiful, and they do a pretty good job at cleaning the water. But then I was thinking, why not just use something that gives me something back? It completes the water cycle, and at the same time it gives me something back. So I planted these tomatoes, which I usually plant on the ground, and I decided to put them 100% in the water. As you can see, I'm getting some tomatoes already, but problem is what I notice, and this is the thing that worries me the most, is that the tomatoes have started to grow kind of late compared to the tomatoes in the ground. And I believe the reason for this is because the water was cold, and it remains cold for a long time. So here, as you can see, these tomato plants, this is the main trunk here, is straight on the water, and this water is running constantly 100% of the time, 24 hours. I like to put this stone in here just to hold it in place. I got 2 tomato plants, but these 2 tomato plants have got huge, and they got different ramifications all over the place, because you know, I'm building also a chicken coop that you can see back there, and that really is taking a lot of the time. And the thing with tomatoes, if you don't keep an eye on the suckers, they just grow all over the place like crazy. And the thing with the suckers, if you don't take the suckers, you get a lot of tomatoes but a small size. If you don't know what a sucker is, I can show you right now, because they seem to be coming and coming. So the sucker is this little branch that comes right in between the leaf and the main trunk. This is just a new branch. You should cut that when they're that big like that. You should. It's better to use a knife for it. Just trim it out. There you go. Best thing to do is to trim them when they're really small, so you don't have to use a knife. There it is. So there's all advantages on putting these plants in here. I think I'll do it from now on every year because it seems that they have really good roots, and you know, the main purpose of this at the end of the day is to clean the water, clean all the nutrients in the water, because these nutrients, they're good for the plants but they're not good for the fish. Most of the times I use decorative plants, but they're beautiful, but they don't give me anything back. So this year I decided, why not just plant some tomatoes or lettuce? So I did both. I planted lettuce, but the chickens ate it all. Hey buddy, what happened? That's a little rooster right there. It's waking me up every morning now. So as you can tell, I could say this is a good indication that of how clean this water is. Look at how nice and green this moss is. It's amazing. So far my conclusion from having the tomato plants in the water is that they do a really good job at cleaning the nutrients from the pond water, which is really good for the fish. Keeps the water clean and it keeps them happy, and that's the main advantage I have so far, which is all what I need. But if I get lucky enough and I can get some tomatoes from it, that could be like perfect. That could be perfect. So please, if you can, subscribe and stay tuned, because if this works, you can probably do it yourself if you ever decide to build a pond, which is, it's really nice to have a pond. So you can see another sucker in here. They keep coming and coming, just non-stop. I gotta fix all this because all these branches are on top of the rocks. Or maybe just put something underneath so they don't. These are my best tomatoes so far. If the chickens don't eat them, we'll see what happens. But so far I'm pretty happy with my tomatoes, but the problem is that they start to grow late compared to the ground tomatoes. So we can only wait. That's all we can do. I see a lot more flowering coming. A lot more flowering. This means that at this point the fish are producing a lot of nutrients and the tomatoes are happy about it. Everybody's waiting for food. Now here's what the chickens are doing now. They're eating my potatoes, of course. My experimental potatoes. Everything is experimental for me. Hey, you want some food? Let's go for some food. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and subscribe and like, and keep an eye, because I'm gonna keep updating those tomato plants. I think there's gonna be good results, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know how I didn't come up with it before, but it is what it is. Okay, thanks. Bye.